Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the AEW Unmatched 7 Rey Fenix figure from Jazwares. I'm always down for Lucha Brothers figures, and the fact that we get all of Death Triangle in this wave just makes it all the better. So really the question is, how does this Rey hold up against the previous ones? Well, let's talk about that. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this figure looks great, and that is largely because this is more or less a repaint of the Unrivaled 6 Rey Fenix that we got, and I have that right here. You'll notice that, obviously they are very different ring gears, but in terms of the actual composition, it's definitely the same pieces. The boots are the same, the pants are the same, just different, obviously different colors, different look, and then yeah, pretty much same body type. So it's pretty much not copy and paste, but definitely using that base, which is very, very good. I love this figure. And just kind of adding on to it. Obviously a different head sculpt as well. I believe we saw both of these head sculpts with the Supreme, and yeah, other than that, some of the tattoos, definitely a little bit brighter. So there's actually some green here on the tattoos on the left arm. Pretty much just straight up black and a little less defined here on the Unrivaled. And that makes sense because Unmatched is kind of the next step up from the Unrivaled. We get more accessories and stuff like that. But other than that, just really, really solid. I love this gear anyway. Lots of shiny bits with the gold and the silver kind of interplaying with that black and white. It's a very striking look. And yeah, I just think they killed it. I mean, I love this buck anyway. And it makes me question, especially for the Supreme, why they kind of messed with it a little bit. And I have that here as well. As you can see, skin tone is way lighter on the Supreme, and I don't think I pointed that out in that review, but that is kind of jarring. Not only that, but they have the painted abs/lower torso, which really kind of detracts, I think, from this figure. But again, kind of makes this just shine because it's very, very consistent. And yeah, just gotta say, just a great looking figure overall. So yeah, if you liked previous Rey Fenix figures, you're gonna love this one. Pretty straightforward here when it comes to accessories. However, what we do have feels premium, and yeah, that's definitely good. So first off, starting with hands, right out of the box, we do get his Animo posed hands. As you can see, done very well. We do have the tattoos on the hands and all the wraps and stuff like that. And something else I want to point out versus the Unrivaled we got last year, they did actually do the peg and disc white as opposed to flesh colored, which makes no sense. So good improvement there. So that is very much welcome. And then we get a set of C grips. So very, very nice there. Again, I really love the way that Jazwares does the actual sculpting for the wraps. Then we get the tag title, and this is going to be really hard to focus on because of how shiny it is. But again, I love that shininess. You can see that the green is kind of a little splotchy on there, unfortunately. Silvers look very, very nice. I do have the Supreme, or the tag title that came with the Supreme, and you can see that that's the greenish blue is a little more cleanly applied. So there is that. But other than that, definitely a good looking title, especially from a distance. And then finally, we get this nice silver hoodie, and I love this thing. I like shiny things, period. So when I saw this came with this figure, I was extra excited, and great job. Just kind of like the hoodie they put with CM Punk. You got really nice work on the cuffs, and then here at the bottom of the jacket itself, the hood works really, really well. Can be folded down a little bit, especially if you put it behind the thing at the back of Rey's mask. It kind of holds that down, and the hood fits over the head, which is definitely a very, very nice touch. So overall, very good accessories. Articulation, balance here, absolutely fantastic. As you can see, freestanding kick, no issue. This took 2 seconds to get into, so just really good balance, really good base with those feet. As you can see, just great range. So getting into it and breaking it down, we're a ball hinge for the head. We do get a decent amount of up, not a crazy amount of up. They probably could have, I guess the back of the sculpt could have been cut a little bit, just to allow more range, but still looks good. Then we get some decent down. We don't really get any side to side. Again, that is a very tight sculpt, but we do get some side to side. We are ball and hinge at the arms, and we are coming into a straight up Y pose, insane range there. And then we get bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, completely in half. We get hinge and swivel at the wrists. We get a ball joint at the diaphragm. We get a ball joint at the waist, which just gives us tons of crunch. As you can see in that kick, they will also get that crunch to the side as well. Beautiful arch back as well. And of course, we're getting some side to side because we got a lot of room around the waist here, which is kind of nice. Then we get perfect splits. Absolutely no complaints there whatsoever. Front kick, not quite as good. We're not getting quite up to 90, but still very nice. Then we get thigh swivel, double jointed knees, bring us to here. We get boot cut, perfect point, really nice natural forward, and then some nice rocker as well. So that's articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here he is with some previous releases in the form of the Supreme Collection version and the Unrivaled Rey Fenix, with some other AEW figures, with some other wrestling lines, with some Hasbro and some Mattel, with some imports, with some monsters. Finally, with articulated icons, Oni and yours truly in human form as a Valorverse Action Force figure. So my final thoughts on the AEW Unmatched 7 Rey Fenix figure from Jazwares is that this is probably my favorite Rey Fenix from Jazwares so far. Even above the Supreme, like I just think they kind of nailed everything that was good about the last Unrivaled. It kind of picked great gear for it, punched up a lot of the paint and stuff like that. And yeah, it's just great overall. So I highly recommend this. If you are a fan of Rey Fenix, of Lucha Brothers, of Death Triangle, of any of that, absolutely pick this up. Do not sleep on it. And as of right now, it's certainly not on pegs around me, but it should be showing up in stores at some point, stores being Targets and Walmarts, probably collector shops as well. And then in terms of the online world, I think probably Ringside's the only place you can pick these up at the moment. So I'll have a link, maybe two if I can find more, in the description below if you're so interested. So that being said, I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining. And if you did, I hope to see you back because I do multiple reviews a week of action figures related to tokusatsu, dinosaurs, monsters, pro wrestling, of course, and more. Let's go on back. Let's have some more fun. Let's talk about our hopefully shared interests. And yeah, hope to see you back. So ultimately, I just hope you're well. I hope that all of your toy dreams come true. And most importantly, I hope that you and yours stay weird, simians.